Hey guys, Salvi here, just reminding you to, of course, like, subscribe, and follow, and all that kind of good stuff that YouTube asks if you enjoy what video I'm going to put out for you today. Thank you. As most of you know by now, OFFKAI has changed how they run their official meet and greets, as in the ones that OFFKAI themselves run. The independent meet and greets, the ones that are done by different companies, different organizations, those are run in a different way. Those do not have the ID requirements. The ID requirements are more for the OFFKAI run ones, the ones that are specifically run through OFFKAI, like, you know, the Bond Live ones aren't run by it, but ones specifically run by OFFKAI Gen 4, you know, the panels, any of that type of stuff, anything specifically run by OFFKAI Gen 4, not the vendors or anything like that. Those are all going to be requiring a ID to prevent scalping and things like that. A lot of people liked it, some people didn't. People down here were saying, my question, why would I give you my ID? God knows what your staff or volunteers are going to do with it, especially when the meet and greet really just amounts to just interacting with a VTuber. I think it would have maybe been a good idea to give people a bigger heads up on this. Yes, because it was only done about a week before the actual thing was about to happen. Also, make sure people know credentials of people working at the con, know that info is being shared with people who are safe to give it to. Of course, you have to, especially with the stuff that happened with Kirsha and Pippa last year at OFFKAI, you want people to have trust in it. Right now, no one trusts OFFKAI, so that's the issue. Next we have, though, is, you know, people, of course, not liking it. This was a joke thing that was popped up by somebody. It says, I'm ready to go to OFFKAI next weekend. I got deported at my Oshi's meet and greet. Kind of just, you know, poking fun at the whole ICE thing that's happening there. Not going to go to the politics of the whole thing. People can and will make joke type of shirts like this if they want to, and this person, though, took it a little too far. Said, can this be permission ticket to punch people? So now this is a threat. This is an open threat to cause violence at the event. Down here it says, smell a coward who won't do it. I already said a time, place, and check mark. So they're saying that this is more credible. This is a problem. This is a big problem. It's going to scare people. I will act like a punk. It says, no, a shirt is never justification to punch anyone. Get over your feelings and act like an adult. Continuing on to, of course, try to exacerbate the issue. Try to, I guess, in their way, troll people. Male anger issues. You got male pattern baldness, too. You do realize other types of trans people exist aside from assigned male at birth. And then it says, I don't let my Oshi dictate what I do. That's weird as F. To the response to, not sure your Oshis would be cool with the people committing violent stuff against people just for shirts. 0 days since that, well, you know, people making it, of course, more who they are instead of what they're saying. If anything, there, I have a few times, save my anger. Continuing down here, you're late, and it says that someone already used that in the next. Basically, they are trying to say that they actually will do something. They're going to be waiting at the location, and they continue saying, apparently my tweet does not constitute as an edgy joke, but the edgelords, I should have put a slur or something in it. And of course, someone here wants violence on them as well, which is never the answer, of course. Continuing on, they don't stop coming, you know, kind of making fun of the whole situation, kind of being like, dang, I should have made money off of this. I should have, you know, gotten verified first and then done something like this. So this person is not taking the fact that they just made a threat, an active and viable threat. They're not taking that seriously, which they absolutely should take seriously. I don't know why they aren't, but, you know, we have people like that all the time. So, of course, I do hope that security is not necessarily beefed up, but watches out for people like this. And I do hope nothing comes of this, and this was just some bluster that some dude on the internet, some person, dude, dudette, whatever, on the internet puts out there just to kind of get people on edge. Reimu Endou is a female Colombian virtual YouTuber associated with Nijisanji EN. She speaks English primarily, does some Spanish streams occasionally, and she has, on this stream, made a big announcement. And let's take a look and listen to what she has to say.
Thank you guys for coming today and just, you know, giving us company. You still have files on the old PC?
It was an Ethereal Horror Day. It was basically a collab day, so let's take a look.
I guess I do, but I'm too lazy to connect to my old PC all over again just for some files of a game, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's worth it, and I'm too lazy to do it. It's fun hanging out with Etheria. Thank you! I know lots of you have been sending me messages through Soulbits. I just want to give you a little bit of reassurance. Don't be sad, okay? Don't be sad. No matter what's been happening around, it's one thing that I decided all on my own at the very start of the year. If you know, you know, sort of thing. You guys have noticed how I've been feeling all around like December, January. So please do not feel sad. Oof, indeed. Yeah, no, but don't feel sad. I'll be with you if you let me. I'll be with you no matter what. And I just want to make nice and happy memories with you and Etheria and everybody else. I think my love will not stop no matter what happens. And no matter what everybody else around us say. So no matter what happens, I'll always love you and I will always want to make new happy memories. I don't think I'll ever change, guys. You guys already know me. We've been together for 4 years. That's not gonna change. I feel no matter if I put my hair in ponytails, if I cut my hair short, if I leave my hair super long, it's still me, guys. I have like zero ability to like act as a different person. I have zero abilities when it comes down to acting. So no matter if I have my hair in a ponytail or in like twin tails, or if I leave my hair short or long, it's still gonna be me.
So, from what we gather here, she is going to be graduating. She's going to be leaving Nijisanji. When it's going to happen, we don't quite know yet, but we do know that that decision, a sad decision for fans, that would be the only decision that would be sad for fans for her to be doing, would be leaving. She said she had been deciding to do that since around December or January, since the beginning of the year, late last year. And it is something she didn't take lightly, as they never do. As we know, the VTuber queue, the graduation queue inside of Nijisanji is a long one. It takes weeks, months for you to ever get the chance to leave. Anyone who has left has pretty much given you the idea that, yeah, it takes a while for you to actually leave. Let's see if she says anything else for you guys.
So don't ever forget that, okay? Try not to... I know. I know that you might... feel different things. And I don't want you to tell you how to feel. I think everybody should feel whatever they want to feel. But try not to be too sad regarding life and everything that surrounds life.
So yeah, she is finishing that off, and that is a good thing to finish it off on. Kind of, don't be sad for the goodbyes. Be happy that you saw them at all, type of thing. You know, be happy that you were with them at all. Be happy for the times that you had with your Oshi, whoever they be. As you know, I have made sure recently, at least in the last 6 months or more, that I do not show too much of my biases around here, and I remind you that you are a human being with your own agency. You can be have someone like her as your Oshi, whoever you want as your Oshi. I am not going to judge you. I am not going to do anything negative in that way. So I do want you guys to remember that, and I do want you guys to know that. In these trying times, I do want to bring to you a little bit of levity in a bit of a meme that's going on because of something recently that happened with Kronii, CC, and others on repo. She called CC a clanker. And right here, this is of course based on the GTA 5 meme that happened a while back. I mean, in the story itself. Clanker, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Maybe if you got rid of that haircut you get some otomos on your stream. Or better yet, maybe Gigi will call your dog if she ever stop hanging out with that Grim Reaper or idol she playing with. Clanka. Of course, she says the other word that ends with an A that I will not repeat here, but y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Just read it, and it's freaking. You can read it in the voice of the people in there. It's always great to see. In a very unfortunate set of circumstances that Pippa finds herself in, she is, of course, a VTuber with FaZe Connect. And, of course, she is having a specific thing happening recently. Recently in the US, for those who are outside of the US, there was something called a No Kings protest. I won't go into the politics of the whole thing, but let's just leave it at that there was millions of people doing protests in various cities in the United States. Now, one of those people was a crazy, I'll call him crazy because that's the way I feel he was. I believe he was around 15 years old. He was a teenager in one way or another who was a Pippa Fan. This is a pillow of Pippa. Of course, you can see other items there with it, along with a book that is extremist and, you know, the weapon there on our right. And of course, it was a counter protester who was calling protesters commies and all this kind of stuff, and saying that he was going to possibly, like, people were thinking he was going to possibly do something even more extreme. And of course, here on this side, on the right, that you can see there, or maybe not see because I'm probably going to have to get all of this removed in one way or another. We do have on the right scribbles of Pippa there. You can't see it very well, but I can make it out pretty much. It is Pippa on the side of a weapon there. I'm not going to say the weapon, of course, because TOS. Of course, this person was known as someone who was, even by, from what I've heard, even by 4chan standards, he was seen as not being all there. And, of course, name was Irons on there, of course. It says, from this arrest, the morning have been made aware of certain activities he had partaken in that are morally disgusting and need to be exposed before this gets bigger. The person was embedded himself into RW, Lolicon and VTuber spaces. Alien that does not represent these communities. Of course, they never represent these communities. He wanted to do things with, if you know, PDF stuff. He wanted to do PDF stuff. And not going to go too much further into that stuff. But yeah, he had a lot of stuff of wanting to trade, things like that with others. He is a neo N-word, you know, the bad guys in World War II. That N-word, not the other one, but the bad guys in World War II. He did try to blackmail people, try to, you know, do all that kind of nasty stuff. So he's not a good person overall. That's what I'm trying to put out there. He is not good overall. He is not someone that anyone really wants in their community as like a fervent follower or what have you. People, of course, will always try to blame the VTuber for like, oh, couldn't you police him, whatever. He is not. Pippa is not responsible for her fans. She is not there to police her fans. She has no idea this person was even a fan, more than likely. And of course, Face Connect fans are reacting to this. Posts on the other two VTuber subs are depressing. Jesus, JC. Where the game circle jerking for VTubers? They infect subs, bro. Not so many other subs just feel like game circle jerk now. How so? Literally every other VTuber sub besides this one are such trash nowadays. People are, you know, reacting. Only good one I've seen. Really hope Fishman and Pippa don't address this. Just let it blow over. They shouldn't really have to. They shouldn't really have to address it because it's not their problem. They are not the ones who made this. They are not the ones who radicalized the person. The other people radicalized them. Another VTuber sub, they're going, this is what happens when you foster this kind of audience. And not surprised, she was a right-wing dog whistle. Yeah, blaming the VTuber in this case? Nah, not gonna happen. Unless she says, you know, openly or tries to push, you know, doing this to those people, which Pippa, as far as I've known, have never done this. I watch her. She's never done this. She has her beliefs. Everyone has the right to have those beliefs, whatever beliefs they are, as long as they don't go like what this person did and try to make it a violent thing. It's people they don't like, something fan of a YouTuber they like, they'd immediately use they can't control their audience, like when someone has a Hassan crowd sent a human skull to the HD studio. You can't control your audience, but you can, of course, make sure that they are no longer in your audience. If you find them out and you find out who they are, you can remove them from your audience in one way or another. You don't have to do that, but that is a possibility of what you can do. Now, it's mentally ill on the VTuber sub, try to call Pippa a you know, bad people from World War II. They're already labeling her as R and Asmongold of VTubing. Whoever who deserves negative attention, this will get her. Some of the actions, yeah, no, these people, like you can see here, they're defending her, but yeah, of course, they're fans. But either way, Pippa has never, from what I've seen, pushed extreme rhetoric. She never has. She's just stated her opinions, as I have before as well. I am one of those that tries to stay out of political spaces because I have seen my community hates it. But this isn't a political thing. This is basically the normies are going to try to use this against VTubers, myself, and anyone else who says anything on the internet. They're going to try to use this against us, and this is why I'm calling it out. This goes nowhere, and it's not like Doom over Columbine. Hysteria on other subs is ridiculous. I hope the hysteria doesn't go crazy. And like I said before, Pippa is not responsible for this person. This person was not right in the head to begin with. You're not in control of who your fans are. You're in control of what you say to your fans. And as far as I've seen, she hasn't said anything crazy or anything that could be considered in any way, shape, or form indoctrination to any of her fans. So I wish the best for Pippa, and I hope she doesn't get a lot of hate for this. SunnySplosion, the space bandit at Glitchstars EN, because she recently did join Glitchstars EN with Mogu and others. And she is recently in the news because, well, my news, because she has had her maid outfit cooking stream. Mini highlight from the reel from the maid outfit stream today. We made dessert takoyaki and herbal tea when we took my car for a drive. Thank you for coming. So here we go.
Holy shit. That is dangerous that I know how to make that.
Cute.
Good girl, you're so fast. I'm grabbing this one.
So yeah, that's a little bit there. She did her maid stream. And of course, this is her in her maid outfit. Perfect. Works perfectly fine. And of course, we have a little bit more of things here. Of her today's maid outfit cooking. The sub goal we've reached. It was a sub goal, and there's her cat. Of course, we saw the cat a little bit better before. But yeah, that is her in her maid stream. Of course, this isn't news, like, oh my god, late breaking news per se. But it is something fun that I wanted to show you guys. Holostars Uproar is, of course, a group within Holostars JP. If you know the people there singing and things like that. And they are having, Holostars themselves have had their 6th anniversary. Holostars itself is a group that was made by Yago in a way to kind of give males a chance to be, you know, VTuber stars as well. At least because he knows that they couldn't have him in hololive because hololive is primarily female based. And they wanted to give them a chance to have something. And that chance was Holostars. So, of course, first lottery admission tickets will start tomorrow at 12 o'clock. This is, of course, for the 6th anniversary. Tomorrow was, of course, the 16th. This was done on the 15th. So the 16th was this tomorrow that they speak of. With different designs for the red teams. Seats, the white team seats, June 16th. Monday, 12 o'clock to June 23rd. Monday at 11:59 p.m. And, of course, these are all the different things that they're having here. The special site that they have for this whole anniversary thingy with boobs here is this one. It's their big event. It is like it looks like a sports day event. Yep, the Grand Sports Day. They're having their full event here with all of the members, red team, blue team. And the flag and everything like that can be scrunchy, it looks like as well, can be purchased. And here you have on the 10th of July, it looks, the sales will start on that date. The thing that I had mentioned before was for the lottery to be able to buy those things, to be able to have a ticket to buy those things. Then, of course, it continues on with the event distribution decided, includes exclusive after talk. Tickets will go on sale from Thursday, July 17th. Let's have fun together. They are going to be streaming on the 9:23 and 10:15, it looks like. So it's kind of an interesting thing for the other big projects that they have. Digital message boards to be sold. Purchase bonus is a voice message of support. Sales start Thursday, July 17th. So they're having this whole big thing. They're planning it way ahead of time in order for people to be able to get tickets, be able to purchase everything. Let's take a look here. Release information, giving all our support to you at Holo Plus. We're giving you all our challenge. It's running 1 million meters. Deliver lunch to members. It's a translation. It's a translation issue, I'm guessing. And of course, here you have apologies and corrections regarding the following post. There was an error in the description in the image. The attached image is the correct one. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused. That is why, they had to do this. I'm glad that they fixed it. Everybody makes mistakes. I always make fun of Nijisanji for doing it, but yes, Hololive does it as well because people are usually rushed in some way or another. They have to do a lot of projects at once. So yeah, all these things are here. This is the big one that they have here. That is going to be happening at the times and dates that I had mentioned before. So of course, good luck to them, and I'm glad that they are getting support like this, days like this, where Cover, as the big umbrella corporation that they're under, gives them, the boys, some support. We move on to Irys, the embodiment of hope, the Nephilim of Hololive EN. Before it was Project Hope, and now she is part of Hololive EN Promise. And of course, this is something that's happening today, which is Part 1 Hope, June 16th to 19th. Vite Ramen will be having something there. She's going to be joining forces with the amazing ramen company, who has joined forces with Kiara in the past and others in the past. And here we go. She, of course, has the eye emoji. Hope Ramen. Wow, what's that? I'm so excited. Hope, hope, hope. So basically, they're going to either be making ramen for it, like a ramen flavor, or maybe like they did with Kiara, you know, a cutlery set or something like that. I think Kiara had knives and stuff like that, I believe. Time to fill the world with hopium. Sign up for hope. And then, of course, the hopium sign-up signature thingy here says, hate to ask, will this be available for OFFKAI? It will not be available to take home, but will be there. So you can be there to eat it, or to see it, at least. Happy for Irys. KFP merch shipping doko. Emails were sent out with updates a while back. I must have missed them, but I'll check. Just in case, always good to double check. Part 1 hope with Vite Ramen, as you can see here. Or Vite Ramen. I would say Vite. It might be Vite Ramen. I apologize. Vite Ramen, Vite Ramen, I don't know. I kind of assume one thing or the other. Here we go. And then, of course, you can follow it on the shop. You can, of course, sign up for things here. They accept all these payment methods here. So, yeah, it's always nice to see. I'm very glad that they're doing something with hololive again, because it has been very, very successful in the past. They've always sold out of anything they do with hololive. Hololive is like a money printer for these companies. And that's great, because that means that they are properly supporting their talents as well, because the talents do get, you know, stipends all the time. So, yes, lovely to see this, and I really, really, really hope it is a big success. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. I do this because I want it to be a positive space for everybody, a space where we can help each other out, and, of course, be better, become better, and help everybody that we can. I do what I wish would have been done, like I would have had the chance to have done to me when I was a much smaller VTuber, which is push people out and, you know, give them support this way. Today we're talking about DEADMUZE, a cyberpunk vampire VTuber. We are going to be taking a look at their Twitch to start off with. Cyberpunk vampire VTuber, personal yapper, video games, variety streamer. And here we go.
Oh my
Let's take a look.
God.
Let's take a look at some stuff that they did here. That was a blood curdling scream right there. That was one. Absolutely surprised there. A full-on blood curdling scream.
Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
Fierce to fathom. Yes. I've seen people play that game. It's amazing. But it is great to see that she was really enjoying that game. And that scream could be heard around the world right there. Of course, here we go. Talking about them on their YouTube side. Whenever they have one, I do want to put it out there. And today we're talking about them on this side, where they have their VTuber shorts, which is what they seem to be putting mainly on this channel. Thank you so much, DEADMUZE, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and of course, take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.